Well, well, well. Let's talk about the masterclass in politics that went down yesterday with Mendame when he went to visit the Orange Fool. Because that's what you seen, honey. When you tuned in to view them in the Oval Office speaking to the press, you were watching a masterclass in politics. Mendame is a smart man, honey. Charismatic as he can be, and you are not going to trip him up, honey, on no question. Baby, he knows how to pivot that shit right back around so he comes out smelling like a bouquet of fine floral and fauna, honey. Anyway, I want to talk about what happened on the Twatter Street yesterday. Yes, in real time, honey. In real time, you watched the Red Hat crew go through all of the stages of grief. Now, they did the stages out of order, but either way, I got to watch in real time yesterday the Red Hat crew go through all the stages, boo. I'm talking about the same individuals. When it come time for the little meeting with the Mendame man, they took to the Twatter streets enraged, honey. They were expecting to see Daddy rip through Mendame. And they were ready for it, baby. Screaming Sharia law and all their Islamophobic bullshit that spews out of their faces. Then, as they started to view that little meeting between those two, their tune changed a bit to sadness. They started twatting out to the twatosphere. This is the end of America right here. But they can't turn their back on their daddy. So they had to find some way to accept this, to reason with it. Then they started twatting out to the twatosphere that Daddy is just doing what he needs to do to make New York great again. They started to accept it. That Dad is playing politics and he's just doing what he needs to do so that he can control New York from behind the scenes. Just complete and total acceptance of it. Back on his side again. And then they went straight into denial, honey. When it became abundantly apparent to anyone viewing that Mendame was running the room, well, they had to switch it around and go into complete and total utter denial and claim that Daddy was the one dog-walking Mendame yesterday. Denial, honey. Denial of the greatest kind, baby. Of the greatest kind. It was fabulous to watch and see. He's got these red hats so twisted and backwards today they don't know up from down or sideways, honey. One day he's telling them, Democrats are your enemy and you need to unalive them by hanging. And by the way, they are already sending bomb threats to Democratic senators and House of Representative members today, and the whole slew. That's nothing new. But then he, backtracks and tells everybody he was not trying to incite violence, that he believes in bipartisan politics. And, he told them for weeks that Mendame was going to ruin New York and he was a jihadist and blah, 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 blah. And now today they're having to say that Mendame is the best possible play for New York because that's what Daddy said. Boy, it must be hard not thinking for yourself. I couldn't imagine, honey. I could not imagine having somebody else telling me what to say or do. How to think, what to fucking view. Never. Not me. Anyway, I gotta get in here. I got something on the stove, and I'll be back to pour you some more tea.